Hi there, welcome to, this video. What an awesome outcome we've had finding Cleo, hey? Well, I've had a influx of comments due to the prediction I did on finding Cleo. Wow, I cannot get over the way that reading went. I now have major requests coming in for William Tyrrell. Now I need to run through a few things with tarot reading that I have been reading tarot. I started as a hobbyist for 20 years. I have always followed the moral ethic code of a professional tarot reader that never ever to publicly put up any predictions before the outcome has been found. So that's why I did this Cleo reading privately for myself. Even though I videoed it, it wasn't videoed for public viewing. It was actually done so I had a reference of what cards I pulled. But what happened from this reading, I mean, we know the outcome, but you just didn't know this reading. Now, this was done on October the 30th, the Saturday night, where Cleo had been missing for 14 days. And I did it at midnight. A lot of my readings, like even now, are done at midnight. I just get my strongest channeling. When you're doing a reading for a missing child, there are certain cards that if you can't feel the channeling that they've passed on into the next phase, then you can see it in the cards. Now with Cleo's, it was so strange. It started before I shuffled the cards. I got this worst gut pit in my stomach. It was a terrible stomach ache come over me. There was nothing I could feel that she had ever in any part had passed over. But the gut ache, it was much like a little girl gets when you're in a position you don't want to be in. Now, a lot of women would understand this. When you're uncomfortable as a little girl, you get stomach aches. And it was that exact type of stomach. I felt I wanted to be sick, physically sick. It was terrible, but it made me happy. This is where it all started. I felt happy because it was an emotion that a living human feels. So I felt I'd channeled something. The reading did not show one thing that Cleo had passed on. But I'm about to show you the cards because I can reveal it all now. And it's quite astounding. Now, I had people come to watch this reading again. I'd left the cards out from midnight on the Saturday night. Now, the people arrived on Sunday. That was then day 15 of Cleo missing. Oh boy. And now these people had travelled an hour and a half. Each person that was here from different directions, all an hour and a half. And to see these cards and the reading. Oh, this was just the weirdest day. Because when you do a reading about a child abduction, one thing you never ever expect to see are any happy cards. Any. So, yeah. Now, a major card that comes out when children have passed over is, for some reason, it's the moon comes up. There was no moon in Cleo's reading. No. Nothing that's specified. But I want to show you the cards that they don't give you the person. We have a bit of what he was doing. We have, this portrays Cleo's abductor deciding, making the decision to do it. Will I, won't I, will I, won't I want to, yes, whatever bullshit he thought. But this was him. Yeah, Two of Swords portraying, yeah, piece of shit. Now, this is the Six of Swords. This is a family travelling near water. This is Dad, Mum, Cleo. Now, there's no other little baby as Cleo's sister, but Mum's pregnant, so that portrays the other baby. So this is a family in water, but something changed under the moon. Under the light of the moon, all this family unit changed. We knew that. This was the thing that this was no great revelation at the time of the reading, because we all knew that. This family unit changed under the light of the moon. But right beside and looking at the family unit, we have the Five of Swords. This is a card of, it's actually showing Cleo's abductor watching the search. This card showed that this person wasn't watching from on digital, on social media. This person was physically there watching the search. However, he was very worried that, that it's all coming to an end. It's like the card of, you win the battle, but be careful what you win. Be very careful what you wish for, because it could all come unstuck. But he's looking in the direction of watching the family. And he's won the battle. See how he's defeated these people carrying the swords. Yes, he's defeated everyone, but but he can't carry them all. There's two he's dropped. He can't carry them all. So it's like when you have a fight with a friend that you're having a fight and you win the fight, but at a cost of, like, you've lost a friendship. Nothing's ever the same. So that really portrayed that the perpetrator was worried about watching what's going on, and also it showed the watching beforehand. He observed them. I'd already felt all that strongly, but it was like, oh yeah, so he's right there and he's watching the search. The most amazing cards out of this, the real flipper, wow, was, now I got the card of deceit here. Again, this was a no-brainer. We all knew that someone deceitful had done this. But the weird part about this card, for 20 years I've been doing tarot, I have always known Seven of Swords is the card of deceit. But until I did Cleo's reading, I had never taken any notice that the man on the deceit card was going into a tent. What he's actually done in the deceit is he's stolen all these swords, and he's taking them back, and he's looking over his shoulder to see if anyone's caught him. Yep. Well, this is a card that actually clears, in a tarot reader, it cleared Jake and Ellie of any wrongdoing, which I never doubted anyway. That wasn't in my mind. But if you were to show police in a profile reading that, look, this guy did enter a tent deceitfully. So that's the card. And it's like, yep, well, we knew that one. But it was never really confirmed. So this card confirmed that 100%. The Seven of Swords, deceitful. There was a card that worried me at the time. This is why you don't put any predictions up. We had the Lovers card. It's not the Lovers as such, it's a card of choices. But in reflection, I feel that if the child wasn't Cleo, it was going to be another child. He was looking to make choices of, anyway. Now, there were these cards that really got me. These, when you do a child abduction reading, one thing for sure, you do not ever expect to see any happy cards. This is what caused, on the Sunday when all these people came, this is what caused the biggest arguments. Are the cards I'm about to show you. But it also had me baffled as a tarot reader because this child is missing, presumed dead. That was the most horrific thought. We were day 14, and these cards that came up, I was like, I'm going to have to say it. Seriously, I was like, what the actual fuck? This. The card of happy family reunions, celebration, everything whole and full. The Ten of Cups. Cups portrays emotions. Everyone's emotions are happiest, filling over to the brim. Now, Cleo is gone. This is day 14. How? Now, when the people came and all sat down and I'm showing them these cards, I said, oh, but it's not only that. This card came up too. It's 3 people celebrating. Now, these are people that are family or very close friends in the 3 of Cups, another emotions card. Now, I just kept looking at them thinking, there's only one possible way for these to be true. No. I'm telling you exactly how I felt for these in the reading was, but how? How is she still alive? Huh? Wow. For this. And I turned to the people in the room and I said, for these cards to be true, which in my mind they are, that's how you get accurate readings, by believing in them. And as a tarot reader, of course, you believe the cards. They're not made with human emotions as such. They can't lie to you. So you believe everything you see. And I could not. We all passed it round, just like, what the actual, what the... And then we realised that this is, now they're not gender specific, so the fact there's 3 women here doesn't mean anything. But I thought Ellie, Jake and Cleo. And in this, it's a family reunion and celebration. So on day 14, this card portrayed Cleo could not have passed because you cannot have a full embodied family reunion celebration if you found her body. Like, this wouldn't be happening. And neither would this. And then I had considered, is it the energy of the perpetrator? Are they celebrating getting away with something? Well, no, because the perpetrator is actually up here. He's worried because he's watching the search. And Now, the other thing we must all be blessed and grateful about is when most child abductors get to this, they panic. And that's when the bad things, the real bad, children are killed, they're buried, they have to hide their secrets. So I feel blessings, that Cleo was whole. Now, because this is day 15, these people are all looking at these in amongst, the bad reading, the darkness of the moon, because it all happened under the moon. He even contemplating it under the moon. Yeah. And then the family unit changed again under the moon. And yeah, he was watching. He wasn't feeling too confident either. Yeah. And the deceit of him entering the tent and a celebration. That is really confusing to a tarot reader on a child, where the cards are telling you that, oh no, she's alive and well. And so my prediction when I had these I actually said it, on the Sunday, so it would have been October 31st. To the people here, I said, so for these cards to come true, for her to be found alive and well, she has to be found soon. Like this week. And 4 days later, Cleo was found. And the other card that was very important was what we know of the portrayer now, the hermit. And now we all have heard how he lived and how he, got about. And this was, gave us the insights of the mind of the perpetrator, a loner, the hermit. So, wow. Yeah, it was here. Now, when you get a prediction of, seeing that she's alive and she's well and she's still out there to be found to try and make this happy celebrate, well, no, that's not how tarot works. This reading was actually, goes on, every reading goes on the current path that is being followed. So if I was to see this reading and to say, oh, I've got to ring the police, I've got to let them know she's still alive, and that would have interfered with the current path they were on. This showed they were going to find her. They were about to find her. Oh my God, look, everyone's going to celebrate. Oh my God, the whole bloody country celebrated. We all had tears in our eyes, seriously. So, and for that reason, I now call this card, I have renamed this Cleo's card. Yep. The Smith family card. Yeah. Because why not? It's like, wow. And it was so funny because when Cleo was found, it was 7:15, I think, the first message came through. And I'm dead asleep by then. And I just got all of these people. You were right. She's alive. You were right. Oh my God, you were so on point. Blah blah blah. Just on and on. And I'd gone through that many messages. I turned the TV on straight away, and there it was. And I'm not sure if I'd kept this on the table or not, but it was like that is what was going on at the time I turned on my TV that morning, 4 days later. So now, remember the deceptive guy going into the tent. I also had the 10 of Pentacles had come up. This was an earth sign, something again about the physical world, the real world. So I'm thinking, it had a bit to do with the $1 million to try and get the family unit back together. Again, it is a celebration of family. And dogs. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, but that was the strangest thing to see these cards in amongst a child abduction reading. Really, the oddest thing you could ever get for a tarot reader. But I'm so glad they didn't lie. The tarot cards don't lie. Especially this deceptive fucker going into a tent. Can you believe it? It actually showed a deceptive man going into a tent. So I'm going to start channeling into William. I really have to get this right. I will be filming it, but I don't know how public. I really have to think about this one. I really have to think. Because much the same as Cleo's, I didn't put anything up until the day she was found. And even then it was a crappy video because I hadn't videoed it for public viewing as such. But I knew he was from the reading, I got the big feeling he was immature of mind. I had been thinking, that was the other thing, when the people in the room had asked me, why does it say why she was stolen? And I'd said my exact words, and they've all said I was on point, was I said she wasn't taken to be sexually abused. She was actually taken to complete a family unit, as sick as it sounds. I said it's like she's been taken to complete someone as a family. And I feel, Cleo was only found yesterday, or the night before, yeah. But I do feel that he was very immature of mind, but not in a sexual sense. It's like we should be, so how to explain what I'm trying to say. It's like we should be grateful that he was a dumb fucker. I'm sorry, but wow, I don't know why I just said that. wow. But what I have to do now is spend my time really channeling into William, and why I'm trying to actually put off doing it is because I'm still worried there's too much about Cleo in me, because this reading, wow, it really changed the arguments. Wow, yeah. It showed me just from the people that were in the room that day not to ever go public before an outcome, because the controversy and the absolute shit tarot readers I saw. Oh my God, I'm disgusted. Yeah, I won't name and shame on it, but there were some absolute shit bitches out there that really need to get their ass off YouTube. But anywho, looking forward to, if I have any great insights or feel that I get a reading that I would like to share, I will. But yeah, I'll maybe break one down. It all depends on what the cards tell me as to whether I share my William Tyrrell prediction. I have been, very well pursued to do so. Oh boy, that's whew. But yeah, my current feeling as stands is, now this is another thing, I don't know where this comes from, and again I'm hoping it's not influenced from the Cleo. I just get the feeling that William is alive. I actually get a very strong feeling he's alive. I get that he has been raised as a little girl. His hair has grown long, and they are trying to raise him as a little girl, and that he's homeschooled. Yeah. I don't know why. I forget them feelings. Today when I tried to channel William, unlike Cleo with that pit, my stomach ache I got, with William, the weirdest thing, I just burst out bawling, and I'm still trying to work that one out. Yeah, I just felt he's alive and he's not happy. But I'll keep you posted. We'll see how it all goes. Thanks for watching.